Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're well. Welcome back to the workshop. So today's video we're going to be jumping straight into a simple custom long spear, but the difference with this one is it's stab safe, so we'll show you how to make that. With LARP, stab safe weapons have to have separate safety rules and guidances we have to follow, and I'll explain that in the video. But yeah, we're going to jump straight into it. But if you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe. It really helps me out, helps me keep making videos, and helps me keep it in here. If you really want to help me out, you can follow me on Patreon. It's $1 a month, and you'll get work in progress pictures every week, show you what I'm building, and we're live on Twitch most weekdays. So head on over there and say hello. But without any more ado, let's jump into the video, shall we? So our first step is to prep our core. Make sure you take all the resin and such and the gloss off the core by giving it a good scoring with sandpaper first. Now this is a 12.7mm core, and I've cut this to, I think it was 168 centimeters, because we've got to still leave our safety margins at the front. Once we get to that point, I'll explain it more. Now our core's prep, we're starting with 8mm craft foam. Now this is 45 gram density, and I'm just going to wrap it around our core once with this section, and then I'm going to add another section to it, which is going to give us 16mm between the edge of the core and the outer edge. So the whole shaft will be LARP safe by most LARP standards anyway. As we're working our way down the shaft to give our first coat of foam, remember at the pommel end, decide which end you're using as your pommel. You need an extra inch of foam past the core length, so you've got a pommel end that's just an
now
inch
our
of
stab
foam.
safe tip is
That's your
done.
minimum
We can start
safety
moving
margin
on to
on the
the
pommel
other
end.
details on the shaft. Now it is quite simple. There's just a couple of rings, about 3 rings, one at the top, one at halfway, or just above halfway, and one at the bottom, and there's also a spiral pattern. So for this, I'm just marking out inch gaps, and I'm just going to start feeding it round by twisting the shaft.
As you can see here, we're on our second layer, so this is going to be giving us the 16mm we need, and the minimum is 12, but I always like to go a little bit extra. So this will be 16mm of foam between the edge of the core and the edge of the outer edge of the shaft. So this is just wash and repeat of the first layer. We're just wrapping it up nice and tight, and then we can trim it all up. Now for the tip, I'm using 3 layers of open cell foam glued together. They need to be a minimum of 6 inches long, and that goes in front of 2 inches of normal foam before you even get to the core. So you have the core edge, 2 inches of normal 8mm 45 gram density foam, followed by 6 inches of open cell foam, and you can go further, but I prefer to just use the 6. And then we're going to glue those together, shape it all, and then we can turn that into a nice blade. Once we've shaped our blade, we're going to add a 2mm skin across the entire surface of the blade. This is going to hide the join between the open cell foam and the closed cell foam. Also, it adds a bit more strength to that join. It shouldn't break away at all, but this just adds a little bit more strength to it. Make sure it's nice and smooth as you can get it. Smooth it all down by hand, bit of sandpaper, and add any more details that you need to it. Okay, now our tip is done, we're on to the other details. Now here you can see me trying to draw a spiral pattern. Now all I did is mark down inch segments and just keep following down to as far down as you want to go, and then you're literally just drawing a 45-degree angle around each one, spiraling down. You can leave with your pen there and just twist the shaft around so you get that nice spiral pattern, and then I'm going to start burning those in, and then we move on to the next bit.
Obviously, when you start burning, guys, please make sure you're wearing a respirator or you're in a well ventilated area, as the fumes of the burning foam will be toxic. So just nice and steady, take your time, just put it on, don't press too hard, you don't want to go all the way through. You're just creating a nice score, a smooth one all the way around the spiral pattern, and repeat it as many times as you need. Once our pattern's done, we're then going to add 2 strips, one at the top, one at the bottom, and this hides our start and finish point with the burner, and it makes it look as though the pattern's actually a solid thing. It's gone under the rings that you're actually putting on now. Our last detail is one more ring right towards the bottom, and that will finish all the detail for this spear. We can then start moving on to the latex, glue coat and then latex. Once again, guys, when you start using the glue coat, which is just thin down glue all over the item, make sure the latex binds to it. Please wear a respirator, it's not very good for you, these fumes.
So there you are, guys. That was the custom made long spear. Very simple design, no frills on it whatsoever. That's what the customer wanted. But the stab safe section should be able to allow you to make other stab safe weapons very simply. It's not that hard, but we have to follow those rules if we're going to declare it as stab safe. Not many systems allow stab safe. Some do, some don't, but we just have to follow their rules as well. Each individual LARP has a different set of rules that you've got to follow if you want to allow your weapons into those systems. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. Or you can help me on Patreon. It's $1 a month or however much you want to give. And you can follow us on Twitch, which we're live over there most weekdays. And we're building all kinds of weird and wonderful stuff. So yeah, pop over, say hello, and I shall see you in the next video. So, as always, take care now, be good, stay out of trouble, and bye-bye.